I heard about the news of Robin Williams passing yesterday, and I remember I'd actually gone out to eat. I walked around, with a friend, and I was walking around town. I stopped at a restaurant, came back here, and I remember getting on Facebook, and I got on Twitter. As I scroll through, all I see is news about Robin Williams' death, and at first I thought, maybe it's just one of those death hoaxes. I looked it up. I looked up Robin Williams dead, to see if it was legit or not, and it was, and I was speechless, I mean, being such a huge fan, I've been a huge fan of Robin Williams since I was a child. I remember as a kid watching his movies. Movies that I understand weren't that great now, like Flubber and Patch Adams, but he made me laugh as a kid. Even his comedy made me laugh as a kid, just him as a comedian, not just as an actor, which he was great at both. And you will notice this video is not monetized, and that's the thing that I'm worried about. Alright, I'm such a huge fan of Robin Williams, and I know it's only a matter of time before Phil DeFranco or Michael Buckley try and profit off his death. And if I see that might just do me in. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, look what happened with Whitney Houston. Look what happened with Philip Seymour Hoffman, another one of my favorites, and Whitney Houston, fantastic performer, before she met that dumbass Bobby Brown. And I'm still speechless. The next day and they think it's a suicide. I mean, you never know. Depression sucks, man. Even someone who to the public eye looks so happy, always smiling, such a funny man, you never truly know, what's really inside on just what you see on the screen, folks. I mean, that just rings true, especially after the light of this. You can see right now, words just can't express, folks. You guys probably don't know this. My favorite movie of all time is Good Will Hunting, and Robin Williams' character may have damn well made that movie as Will Hunting, Matt Damon's therapist. And yeah, I actually have the movie right here, and this movie is so fantastic, and without Robin Williams, this movie would not have been the same. And there's the speech that he does when him and Matt Damon's character are sitting by the pond, and oh man, the scene, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, that got to me. That was a really emotional scene in this movie, and another thing that made this movie fantastic for me, the emotion in it, and that's why it's my favorite. Even Ben Affleck's character, back when he was a Tool in the 90s, also was a huge part in this movie. And, it just shows how great Robin Williams' range was. He was a great comedian, he made people laugh, loved to make people laugh, but he'd also make people feel in movies like these. And another movie, actually, I have here, where Dead Poets Society, another one of my favorites. Robin Williams in this movie, I'll never forget the quote, Carpe diem, seize the day, boys, make your lives extraordinary. And this is another movie where you could just feel it. And Robin Williams' performances, of course, he was nominated for Best Actor in this, and he actually won Best Supporting Actor for Good Will Hunting, and it was really, I can see why, obviously. No one else deserved that more than him. And this movie here was amazing. Ethan Hawke, one of his very early performances, even he was fantastic in this, and oh man, the scene where he's standing on the table, the Carpe Diem, just... This is another classic movie. Not a lot of people like it. I know it really has people torn, but I absolutely love this movie. Robin Williams' performance, absolutely amazing. And another really emotional Robin Williams movie. I want to also take this video, obviously as a tribute to how much me and everyone else love Robin Williams. I know there's some people that don't like him because of all the accusations of plagiarism in the 90s and the 80s, but, that doesn't matter to me because I know that it's a bunch of nonsense, and I love Robin Williams for his comedy, for his acting, and Bicentennial Man. This is another one. People either love it or hate it. I love it. Not as much as the last two, but I still love it. Him and Sam Neill, and this Sam Neill had a brief part in this movie, but it was really emotional. This was a really emotional movie. This actually was probably for me more emotional than Dead Poets Society, because it's a house robot's journey to the human condition, and as he watches all his friends and family pass, he just wants to be human more and more until the day he dies. And yeah, it's a really fantastic movie. A lot of people say this movie sucks. Do not believe them. See it for yourself. You might love it, you might hate it. I love it. Robin Williams, no one else could have played this part as far as I'm concerned. This was a fantastic movie. Robin Williams really drove this performance home. I think other actors might have made it, a bit too goofy, but Robin Williams just put in just the perfect amounts of comedy and emotion in this movie. They were perfectly paced. Absolutely loved it. Check this movie out. Another movie here, I'd like to also go to his funny performances. And this was a comedy he did with Nathan Lane, The Birdcage. Obviously, a lot of people have heard it, a lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it, same thing. This movie was hilarious, and Nathan Lane and Robin Williams, absolute dream team in this movie. I mean, again, as far as I'm concerned, no one else could have played these parts. No one else could have played the part in Good Will Hunting, Dead Poets Society, Bicentennial Man, or this one. This is one of my this might be my favorite Robin Williams comedy performance in a movie. And yeah, he was in it. Gene Hackman was great too. Diane West for her part in there. But yeah, him and Nathan Lane, absolute dream team in this movie. This movie was very funny, and there were some emotional parts in here as well that were good. This was more of a comedy, and yeah, this is Gene Shalit was right. This is the funniest comedy you'll see the year this was made. And another one I really wanted to talk about that not a lot of people remember is 1 Hour Photo, and this is Robin Williams at his acting best. Alright, this is one of the best performances I've ever seen by any actor. He just plays this psychotic, creepy photo guy who has been processing photos for this certain family for years, and for their entire life. He watched them grow, and he's just been creepily obsessed with them, and then he goes and he tries to kill the boyfriend. It's totally disguised Robin Williams. Like, it's hard to tell that this is Robin Williams. And this is one of my favorite Robin Williams movies. Yeah, this is one I definitely recommend. If you have not seen, check this out. This movie is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, Robin Williams at his acting best, people. He's completely psychotic in this. Hard to tell that it's Robin Williams. And I apologize for all the jump cuts, by the way. I have a limit on how much I can film on certain SD cards because they're full of other videos, and I have to keep re-recording. And, well, not re-recording, but just recording again, turning it off, putting in a new SD card, crap like that. Because, I just wanted to do this with no preparation, just to show my admiration for Mr. Robin Williams. One where he's not a leading man, Christopher Nolan, one of his best, fantastic director. This one he played a manipulative, what's the word? Maniacal, deceiving, prime suspect in a case where Al Pacino, playing Will Dormer, who has insomnia, is trying to solve. Robin Williams is the prime suspect, and this is a very serious movie. And Hilary Swank also plays a cop in this. But Al Pacino, since the sun is always shining in Alaska during this part when he's in there, he has insomnia, and it just gets worse and worse. And Robin Williams just gets in his head, and man, it's absolute. This is probably my second favorite Robin Williams performance ever. First being Good Will Hunting, my all-time favorite movie. And I don't think there will ever be another Good Will Hunting. American Beauty is my second favorite. That came close, but I don't think there'll ever be another Good Will Hunting. And this movie, absolutely fantastic. There's so many twists and turns. I love the whodunits, the thrillers. I absolutely love crime thrillers. This, grade A, absolute fantastic. And Robin Williams, again, no one else could have played this part, as with all his movies. And yeah, even, you know, movies like that weren't that great, like Patch Adams and Flubber, um, no one else could have played those parts. He adds the right amount of emotion, comedy. He's such a great method actor. His range is amazing. And yeah, so that's about Insomnia. Definitely check this movie out. This is another good one. The last movie I wanted to talk about that was another fantastic Robin Williams movie is Aladdin. And I did not see this movie as a kid. I actually saw this movie recently. And it was fantastic. Robin Williams, again, no one could have done that part better. And apparently, it was like almost improv Robin Williams. And you can tell because, man, that man had such a sharp, charismatic comedy presence that he could just go a mile a minute with his comedy. And again, the Aladdin, the genie, was absolutely hilarious in that movie. It was great comic relief because there were some emotional parts in that movie. And he was probably the major player in that movie. If he was not in Aladdin, it would have been a completely different film. Even if the genie was still in Aladdin, but it wasn't Robin Williams, it would have been a absolutely different film. And the movie was fantastic. That's another movie that if you haven't seen it, check it out. Even I haven't seen too many Disney movies, or you know, but this movie, fantastic. Check it out. And as with all these other movies, some other movies that I don't have here with me, but I have seen that are fantastic Robin Williams movies are Awakenings, Good Morning Vietnam, and Miss Doubtfire. 3 fantastic Robin Williams movies, and this just goes to show why Robin Williams is one of my all-time favorite actors. He's probably in the top 10, and because he can do serious movies, he can do funny movies, he can do emotional movies, he can do psychological horror thriller movies. All right, and God, I mean, his performance in this, I just can't get over. It's so great, and I can't believe he did it. But man, this is him at his best right here. And yeah, anyone who's seen Miss Doubtfire, Mork and Mindy, yeah, his start, his comedy, knows how good he is at comedy and impressions as well. Yeah, he wasn't just an actor, he was a comedian, and again, loved his comedy. If you've seen Weapons of Self-Destruction, if you haven't seen that, give that a watch. I'll probably rewatch that here after I'm done. In fact, I'll probably watch that as soon as I'm done recording this, and it still is a shock, you know. I can't believe it. And oh man, it's hard to believe, you know. It just godsmacked. I feel godsmacked right now that we lost one of the greats. And you know, he's had a real struggle with depression near the end. And don't undermine depression, folks. Alright? It is a horrible beast, alright? It grabs a hold of you like none other. And in 2012, the worst year of my life, I was stricken with depression. I had it so bad. I was on antidepressants. I was in counseling. I felt like shit. And that's something that I never want to go through again. You know, I'm glad I have the friends I do, because that's one of the reasons why I got over it. And it's horrible, folks. And wow, this just, I can't believe it. And I'm probably gonna end this video here in a second, because words cannot express my gratitude for all the laughs Robin Williams has given me through the years, all the tears brought on by his absolute fantastic emotional performances in Awakenings, Good Morning Vietnam, Good Will Hunting, Bicentennial Man. There'll never be another Robin Williams, folks. One of a kind. Never is going to be another like him. And it was hard to actually turn on the camera and make this video, because it's horrible. It's horrible. So please respect the family's wishes for privacy. And I hope TMZ doesn't do anything to undermine that like they do with a bunch of other fucking celebrities after they die. I hope Phil DeFranco, Michael Buckley, or Kraft Nation doesn't completely exploit this guy's person and his death to make money, which Phil DeFranco, money says within the next week that he will make a video shamelessly profiting off Mr. Williams' death. Thanks for all the great movies, great performances, laughs, Robin Williams. This video goes out to you. My thoughts go out to his family, his friends, anyone who knew him, anyone who loved Robin Williams, anyone who liked his comedy. Because we lost one of the greats yesterday. There's never going to be another like him. And, yeah, so I kind of wanted to make this video to, you know, give my thoughts on Robin Williams passing, and Robin Williams as an actor, as a comedian, and it really got to me, and it just, well, it's still, I'm speechless, you know. It's still hard to believe it's real, and I was such a huge Robin Williams fan since I was a kid, and you know, it was such a hard hit to see Robin Williams go, and especially under the circumstances. Rest in peace, Robin Williams, and let's hope that shitty movie Jack went with him. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a good day.